What's going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this one we are headed to a local card show here in Louisville, Kentucky. As you could probably tell since we are in the car, you guys already know what that means. We are headed to a card show, so super excited to be going to another card show. I am actually setting up at this one, and this is probably the least prepared I've ever been for a card show. My table is probably going to end up looking pretty sad. I just actually got back in town from vacation last night. I didn't really have much time to get stuff together. Didn't, have time to price cards. So, honestly, I'm bringing like 1-2 row shoebox, and part of that is going to be for my showcase that I'm bringing. And then the other part is just going to be totally random. I'll probably lay out on the table. So, it's definitely going to be interesting. Hopefully, half of the shoebox is from a previous show. Honestly, I'm hoping maybe I can just sell those all as one lot. For I think there's like somewhere around 100 cards total. If I could get like $300 or $400 out of that, and then maybe sell like 1 or 2 cards out of the showcase, I would consider that a success. But we're just gonna go and see what happens. And then also I am gonna try to look for some football and basketball cards. A lot of people have been asking me for another football fire pack, and I'm thinking about putting something together for Black Friday, like basketball and football. So we'll see what I can find. But yeah, we are gonna head to the ATM, get some cash, and then we're gonna head to the show. So I will check back in along the way. Alright guys, so we just arrived at the show. It is about 8:40 and the show is supposed to start at 9, so I should definitely already be in there setting up. So not going to take too much time. I want to get in there and get everything set up before the show officially starts. But I did also want to mention that this is the show that I was at last month that I was very pleased with. There was a lot of new dealers, a little bit of a bigger show. And at the last one, there was also a show in Nashville and Lexington on the same day. So I'm expecting this one to be a really, really good show. I don't think there's another show in the general area today. So again, hopefully this one will be a big one. So we're gonna head on in, get set up, and I'll check back in once we're ready to go. All right guys, so here is a look at the setup. Like I said, pretty sad setup. Just got a few in the showcase there. There's the box that is left over from the previous show, and then just a few random ones on the table, some cheaper ones. So that's how we're looking. All right guys, so we just made a deal at the show. Haven't really sold a lot of cards yet, but we've been here about an hour, and we just made a little trade. So trading the Lamar Color Burst PSA 9 and the Stidham for a Justin Herbert Select Bronze or Copper, numbered to 355. So looks pretty clean. Might try to grade that one, but just did a little trade, so appreciate it. All right guys, so just a little bit after 11, here's how the show is looking. Been kind of stuck at the table for a while, so I think I'm gonna take a minute and walk around while it's slowed down a little bit. We got the mayor of cards over here.
Hey, you could have bought those for a little bit.
Hello.
Yeah, but either way, that safety. Yeah, better safety side. A lot of people drop them.
What's up, man? Got Adam over here pondering. in the fours? Yes. The fours today? What's up, man? You gotta break them out every now and then. How's it going? Good. Oh yeah, what is it?
Trey Lance.
There it is. From the fire packs.
Kind of blew me away too, and I was like,
yeah, it's definitely something you don't see every day.
no. Look, I'll put it out. There might be
you never know, man. I know those Marvel PMGs are like doing crazy right now.
I'll tell you what, I got online and bought a box of the Marvel Metal Universe.
Right.
First pack.
Yeah.
Hit a little sketch card, 101.
Oh, did you really? Who was it?
Who was the Marvel sketch card I hit? Oh. I said it was either Xavier or it had like an X on the guy's face.
Baseball club there, though?
Not really.
Only baseball guy.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
You on IG or anything?
Yeah.
You want to shout it out? Maybe somebody sees something, they can hit you up. You got it?
Yes.
All right, there you go, guys. If you're interested, glare stuff in here. What is it?
Corleone cards.
Corleone cards. There you go, guys. Appreciate it, man.
I had tons of them, so...
That wasn't your first one,
There's some select hanger box luck right here, man. 25 LaMelo, silver Anthony Edwards.
And all them, I'm pretty sure well, I might have pulled one of the silvers from a blaster, maybe.
All these are the 25. And you said...
See, them are hangers, but that's the only blaster I pulled.
So that's the flash? Yeah. Did you do any of these on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
I got videos of pulling all of them.
Oh, really? And so you want to shout it out?
Pocket full of monsters.
Pocket full of monsters on YouTube. Check it out, guys. Some really good luck out of retail.
Yeah,
check it out, guys.
I do Pokemon mostly, but
oh, do you?
I got addicted.
That makes sense. Pocket full of monsters.
Yeah, I got addicted to sports cards really bad, so
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, as soon as I started pulling stuff worth money, I was like, oh god, this is horrible. It's like scratch off way better.
Yeah, a lot more fun.
Yes.
Corey, how much is that?
It's 2600.
2600. It's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Alright guys, so we just walked out of the show and it is exactly 1 p.m. So I was there about 4.5 hours, and honestly for the last like half hour I just completely packed up and walked around the show to see what I could find. It was really slow. Personally, as a seller, I know there were some other dealers that did very well, but for whatever reason, and you know, again, I kind of threw stuff together at the last minute, but just did not have a lot of traffic at all at my table, which was kind of weird. But I sold a few cards, but definitely not what I was expecting or hoping for. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but still had a good time. It was, always fun to get to go to a card show, and made a couple pickups. Definitely didn't pick up too much. I think the biggest card that I picked up was actually through a trade. You guys have probably seen a clip of that. But we are gonna head home now, and I will show you guys the few pickups that I did make and do a little recap of the show. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have made it back home. Today is actually the following day from the show. Just wanted to record a quick show recap and then show some of the pickups that I did make before I do get the video uploaded today. So like I said earlier in some of the other clips, it was actually a pretty big show, pretty packed, but for whatever reason, my table did not have a lot of foot traffic. I was pretty much immediately as you walked in the door to the left, very first row, so I thought that was gonna be awesome. I thought there was gonna be a lot of people there, but it seemed like people kind of walked in the door and then just kept going straight. They didn't turn left for whatever reason. And I think another big factor too as to why I didn't make a ton of sales is because, again, I didn't have time to press my cards. I basically the shoebox that I mentioned in the video, the left row was all cards that were left over from a previous show. I did have those previously marked anywhere from like $5 to $20, and I did not mark prices on any of the cards. So I feel like people were they didn't want to ask me what the prices were of each card, and it was a pretty wide range. So in my mind, I was like, you know, someone can just ask me the prices and we can work out a deal on a lot. But that didn't really happen, unfortunately. So I guess that was kind of my fault. Should have taken a little bit of time, priced out some cards, but that's all good. I actually did post a picture of my showcase on Instagram, as well as the left row from that shoebox, and told people if they saw anything, hit me up. So I was able to make a couple sales from Instagram. So, you know, even though I didn't make a ton at the show, it wasn't a total failure, I guess you could say. Was still able to make a couple pickups and a pretty decent sized sale. So we'll go ahead and get into that. Don't want to take too much time here. So I'm actually going to start with the cards that I did pick up. And actually, real quick, I wanted to also show some of the cards from that left row of the shoebox, because I did not actually sell that. So I figured I'd go ahead and show a decent amount of them in case anyone is interested. And, you know, in my opinion, I feel like it's a really, really good deal. There's over 100 cards. And again, this is just a sample, but I'm asking just under $4 per card. So 400 total for over 100 cards. I think there's easily $100, or sorry, a couple $100 to be made there if you put in even more work, you know, potentially even more. So I wanted to show those at the end of the video. But real quick, the pickups that I was able to make at the show. This one was actually given to me. Shout out to a couple guys that I showed in a previous clip, Pocket Full of Monsters on YouTube. They had some crazy luck at a select retail, and I guess he pulled this as well. And this one is actually, I mean, obviously it's still a little off center, but compared to the ones that I opened in my mega boxes, this one is actually like, you know, perfectly centered. So not too bad there, but he actually gifted that to me. He knows that I'm a big Wara collector, so I really appreciate that. Shout out to them. Check them out on YouTube. Again, Pocket Full of Monsters. And then pretty much all the other pickups I made were actually cards that walked up to the table. I did not actually, you know, pick anything up walking around at the show. I mentioned I wanted to pick up like basketball and football for a future Fire Pack series, but I guess I really should have thought about it prior and kind of figured out what I wanted to do, because I still haven't figured out if I want to do a series of basketball and football and combine them, if I want to do a smaller series of basketball, a smaller series of football. You know, I haven't figured out the price point. So it was really hard to buy cards not knowing, you know, the end goal. So if you guys want to let me know in the comments what you would want. Do you want a separate football and a separate basketball, or do you want a combined series? Let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But I was able to pick up the Anthony Edwards Select Silver. I picked this one up for $15, and I will be sending this to SGC. So the grading fee for SGC is about $30. Picked it up for $15, and SGC 9.5 recently did like $90 or $95. So I figured this is gonna at least $9.5. Hopefully it tens. But you know, if at 9.5s you're looking at, so I'm in at 45, you're looking at like $50 profit right there. So I figured that was a pretty decent pickup. And pretty much same thing goes for this one. There was a recent comp on this one for like $50, which was a little surprising. I guess it's because the fast break is brand new. And I know this one is just a tad bit off center left to right, but I'm hoping potentially this one can still 9.5, and kind of, you know, kind of the similar situation with the Anthony Edwards. I actually picked this up for $20 at the show. Recent comps again for $50. I figured I'm in it for 20, grade it with SGC for 30, you're in at $50. If it gets a 9.5, I would guess like $100 probably. And you know, if either one of them 10, then that's even better. So made those two pickups. And then you guys saw the clip of this one, made a trade for the Lamar Jackson Phoenix Color Burst PSA 9, as well as the Jarrett Stidham PSA 9 Prism Base. For this card, I did actually sell the Herbert. I had the, I'm trying to think, was it the field? Maybe actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was actually this exact same card. So for a second there, I thought I had the field level to 355, but I take that back. I think it was actually this exact same card. I previously graded with SGC, got a 9.5, and I think I sold it before the season started. Obviously, his market's a lot hotter right now. He has been playing really, really well. So wanted to go ahead and pick up another one. You know, I have plenty of Lamar cards, so I took a few with me that I was willing to let go to the show, and I was definitely happy to pick up a numbered Herbert rookie. So again, this one is to 355. He had 140 on the sticker. I think the Lamar and the Stidham came out to be like 110, 115. So that's pretty much what I got this one for. So I was happy with that. And then again, I mentioned I did make a sale from the showcase that I posted on Instagram. I was asking $400 on the Curry Gold Wave. Someone offered $350 for that. I figured, you know, if I sold it for $400 on eBay, I'm probably gonna get $350 anyway. So went ahead and took $350 on the Curry. So was happy with that. Made a pretty big sale from a card that I did take to the show yesterday. And then again, real quick, just wanted to show some of the cards from that left row of the shoebox. These are cards that I have left over from previous shows. They were marked anywhere from $5 to $20. I am asking under $4 per card. There are 108 total cards. So I'm asking 400 total. And I just wanted to give a real quick preview of just some of the cards. I think there's a lot of money that can be made if you are willing to put in the work. That is a Zach LaVine silver. I just, you know, I've had them sitting around for a while. I don't want to put in the work. I would rather just sell them as a bulk lot. So Blaze Jordan, it's pretty much just stuff from, you know, across the board: basketball, football, baseball, lots of Burrows, Herberts, a couple red ice, Killian Hayes, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr. rookie, Giannis insert, Tua clearly, another Blaze Jordan. So as you can see, I think it's I mean, some of these cards, like this one's probably 20, 25 bucks. So Cosmic, Keyshawn Vaughn, Giannis, another Herbert, Tua, Jacob Eason silver, Sekou auto. That one is a Tom Brady insert. So lots of really good stuff in here. Just wanted to show a quick preview. Again, you know, the other cards are pretty similar. I just grabbed, you know, the first like handful I could grab. Ricky Davis auto, Cam Johnson, and then Zeke Najee. So if anyone's interested, hit me up on Instagram. Again, asking $400 for that lot. So that is pretty much going to wrap up this show video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you soon.